I had to share a funny story and a teachable moment in my own life with you. I was listening to a spiritual teacher who was talking about a trip that he'd taken to Nepal. And he said he was absolutely radiant by the end of the trip, filled with light, on the ascension pathway, feeling like the Buddha, and returned home to his Western home and was met by his father, who, after one comment, brought him right back down to earth. Talk about ground zero. And I laughed about it because it is absolutely so true that those that are closest to us have the ability, with the slightest look, with not even really having to say much, to trigger us in the deepest way. And I'm laughing about it, although I shouldn't be, because really that is where our work is most needed, where the most personal growth and development comes from. And look, I'm not sitting on some spiritual high horse kind of giving everybody the Queen's wave, because it's really hard. It's incredibly difficult. This morning, I had a great sadhana, spiritual practice, and I was beaming. I just felt so happy. I was singing my Bollywood songs and just having the time of my life. And as interpersonal relationships would have it, things came up and something came up. And I didn't want that to disrupt my high. And so I walked away from it, and I watched myself walking away from it instead of leaning into it within my own centeredness and knowing that this is life, that these experiences are not going to throw us off, but rather that if we step into them consciously, they can and they will help us to grow in very profound ways. It is such a work in progress. But I've got to say, for me, the spiritual path is all about being free, spiritual freedom. And being free is not being evasive, and being free is not being dissociative. And these are two of the biggest things that I need to work on and learn to work through